और एक काम करें जल्दी जाए से
Not started.
603 में
You want to give them more?
Yeah.
It's started.
She said के रुपया बना she likes it.
But this
जल्दी
is,
जा खाली
this,
आके नहीं
but
खाना
it's, but it's started. I don't like this, man. Yeah.
मतलब अपने घर के सामने वाला था पेट खाली करके ले आना ठीक है
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Remind you people of what we have done in the previous class. One point, remember this is a vector R. We learned one thing. Component of this vector along x-axis will be vector into cos theta. Component along y-axis is vector into sin theta. Component is resolving a vector in this direction. Component of the vector adjacent to the angle is vector into cos theta. Not adjacent to the angle is vector into sin theta. This point all of you people remember.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
We remember that I cap is the unit vector along x-axis. J cap is the unit vector along y-axis. K cap is the unit vector along z-axis. Do we remember this?
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If ever we write a vector as vector R as 2i cap plus 4j cap, that means 2 and 4 are the coordinates of the head of the vector. How do you draw the vector? 1, 2, 3, 4. X component is 2, y component is 4. So this will be the vector. Head of the vector will have the coordinates 2, 4. This is the way you draw the vector when you represent them in position coordinates. Do you people remember this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, one small thing before we go into addition of vectors. Angle between two vectors. Angle between two vectors. If this is a vector A and this is a vector B, it's very easy for me to see that theta is the angle between them. Theta is the angle between A and B. No big deal. But traditionally, how do you define angle between two vectors? The smallest angle by which one of the vectors should be rotated so that it is parallel to the second vector. Smallest angle by which one of the vectors should be rotated so that it is parallel to the second vector. See, I can rotate this way, or I can rotate it this way. This can also be an angle, but we will not take this. The smallest angle by which B has to be rotated so that it is parallel to A will be called as the angle between the two vectors. For instance, if I consider this to be B and this to be A, now B can be rotated either this way or it can be rotated this way. So the smallest angle by which either B or A is rotated so that both are parallel. You may say even A can be rotated by this angle. Welcome. The angle will be the same. Smallest angle by which B is rotated so that it is parallel to A is the angle between the two vectors. For instance, if I have a vector A like this and vector B like this, theta is the angle between the two vectors. I rotate B by this angle. Now somebody may ask, why don't you rotate it this way? I will not rotate it this way because B will become anti-parallel to A. I want B to become parallel to A. smallest angle by which B is rotated so that it is parallel to A is the angle between the two vectors. Angle between the two lines is different. That can be theta or 2 pi minus theta. I'm not speaking between angle between two lines. I'm speaking about angle between two vectors. A line will not have a direction. Vector will have direction. For instance, have a look at this A and this B. Now see the directions carefully. See the directions carefully. Now B, I will translate the vector B. I'll use a separating. I'll translate a vector B. I have translated B. I bought B here. Right? Now observe this. If I turn B this way, it will not be parallel to A. Why?
So it becomes not in the same direction.
It will become anti-parallel. So now translate even A. Translate even A here. This is A. Now, smallest angle by which B should be rotated so that it is in the direction of A is theta. This will be the angle between the two vectors. Right? So the easiest way will be bring the tails of both the vectors at one place. Translate the vectors in such a way. Now here heads were at one place. That will not help you. Bring the tails at one place. I bought the tail of B and the tail of A at this place. Now I rotate either A towards B or B towards A. I am okay with it. So the crudest way of telling you, translate the vectors in such a way, such that both the tails are at one place. Then rotate one vector by the smallest angle so that it is parallel to the second vector. That angle will be called the angle between the two vectors. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First dictate the point, right? The subheading, I'll dictate the point, then you will make a note of it.
So in the first case, we are rotating B in clockwise direction. So will theta be negative?
Don't confuse people right now. I didn't speak about clockwise and anti-clockwise anyway. Smallest angle by which it has to be rotated, either clockwise or anti-clockwise.
Third, in the fourth case, instead of translating if the original vector is only rotated, like B is rotated, then
1, 2, 3.
the below one.
So the fourth one.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Tell me the doubt again.
Instead of translating, only if the original vector is rotated, like B is rotated towards A, instead of translating it, then
You want to rotate B in
Yes,
this direction, right? In the
yes, sir.
direction. That's what we have done. We have rotated it this way. Angle is the
I'm
same.
telling instead of translating, it can be do directly also.
I didn't get your doubt at the first place.
So she's saying that rotate from the head of the bee, not from the tail.
Yes, sir.
Rotate
Means
from-
without translating, also rotate directly.
So
But
she
then
wants to
rotate
make
from the head of
Yes,
the B
instead of
vector
translating-
into the A
One
vector.
at a time. One at a time.
Sir, instead
She's
of
asking.
translating the vector, she's telling, can we rotate the vector in the...
This is what you are telling me, right? The vector B, you want
Yes.
to rotate it this way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why unnecessary confusion? It is more clear from here, right? You can comfortably do it from here. From here also rotate it this way. B should be rotated in such a way such that it is parallel to A. Without translating, if you are able to see, congratulations. Some students will not be able to see that. Hence, first you translate, bring both the tails at one place, it will become easy to visualize.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Write
So
down
can
the
theta be 180?
Can be. What's wrong in it? Right?
Yes, sir.
Write down
Yes,
the
sir.
statement first of all. The smallest angle by which one vector is rotated so as to make it parallel to the second vector.
Sir, can you repeat?
The smallest angle by which one vector is rotated so as to make it parallel to the second vector is defined as the angle between two vectors. Smallest angle by which one vector is rotated so as to make it parallel to the second vector is defined as the angle between the two vectors. Take down these examples.
Sir,
Hello.
sir, in the fourth example on the right, over there, if you bring the B vector towards the left, like there, then that angle won't be smaller
Great.
than the theta, no?
Listen, however you translate B, you bring it here, right? You're bringing B from here till here, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, when I further rotate it in the direction of B, I have to rotate it in this direction, right?
Yes.
It is the same angle theta.
Okay, sir.
Can I rub the board?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So bottom line, if ever I ask you to take angle between two vectors, translate both the vectors in such a way such that their tails are at the same position. And then rotate one vector so that it goes parallel to the second vector. Right? And whatever is the smallest angle by which I rotated, that will be defined as the angle between two vectors. There will be two angles, one smaller angle, one larger angle.
Yes.
There will be two angles always. If this is B and this is A, this is one angle, this is one angle. The smallest angle will be the angle by which you will call that to be the angle between the two vectors.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now comes the first mathematical calculation of vectors, addition of vectors. Addition of vectors. Till now 2 plus 2 was always 4. 2 plus 3 was always 5. Hereafter we'll ask you what is the direction. Why? Simple. Somebody is pushing me from this side with 2 Newton and from this side with 2 Newton. Summation of both the forces is 0. From this side, somebody is pushing me with 2 Newton. From this side, somebody is pushing me with 2 Newton. Summation of both the forces is 0. Right? Hence, direction plays an important role in addition of vectors. Simplest addition will be when two vectors are in the same direction. 2 Newton, 3 Newton will be 5 Newton. This is the simplest thing that we can think of. If two vectors are in the same direction, add them numerically. Two vectors in same direction, add them numerically. What if they are not in the same direction? First law is called triangle law of addition. First law is called triangle law of addition. Listen to the statement carefully. I'll dictate the statement, but listen. If two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, if two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, if two vectors A and B are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order will be the resulting. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resulting. If two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. Taken in the reverse order. These both are in anti-clockwise. Resultant will be in clockwise. This is vector A plus vector B. Two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. I'll explain that further. First of all, take it down till here. I'll dictate the statement. After writing the statement, you'll draw this diagram. Take it down till here first.
So I have a question.
Hmm.
So the two vectors, their tails cannot be at the same position, right? Otherwise the triangle won't work. Their tails.
Right.
So like one has to be following the other one, right? Like in the diagram.
Right.
Okay, sir.
So if there's a triangle in which all of the sides are in order, then the resultant will be 0, right?
Right. Till here, have you people written?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, I dictate the statement. Here, you will have to write the statement first. Write down. If two vectors,
Sir, wait, please.
Yes, sir.
if two vectors are represented, if two vectors are represented, if two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, if two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, then the third side of the triangle taken in reverse order, then the third side of the triangle taken in reverse order, is the resultant. Then the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. Then the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant.
Sir, I did not understand the in order and the reverse order part.
These both are in anti-clockwise, resultant is in clockwise. When A and B are in anti-clockwise, resultant will be in clockwise.
So basically the head of A should touch the tail of B.
Anti-clockwise, head tail, क्यों confuse करते हो अपने आप
Okay,
को?
sir.
They both are in one order, anti-clockwise. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Resultant will be in
Clockwise.
These both are in anti-clockwise, resultant will be in
Clockwise.
simple. Make life simple. Why do you
You
complicate?
said if the third side is in the same order as the other two sides, it will be 0, sir.
I didn't say that. Somebody said that. Unnecessary confusion for us. Listen to what I say. I'll come to it. Right? Now listen. First of all, learn this. If I have a 3 Newton force here and 4 Newton force here, these both are two vectors represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order.
Yes,
sir.
Resultant will be the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Here this is 90 degrees. What are you trying to tell me here? Listen carefully. Resultant is 3 plus 4. You write 7 here, it will be wrong. 3 Newton plus 4 Newton will be 7 Newton only if they are in the same direction. Here they are perpendicular. So resultant will be 5 Newton. The third side of the triangle measured will turn out to be 5. This is a right angle triangle. By Pythagoras theorem, this length will be 5. So this will be the direction of the resultant. And the magnitude of the resultant is 5. So 3 Newton plus 4 Newton is not 7 Newton always. But you give me 3 Newton this way and 4 Newton this way, the resultant will be 7 Newton. Is the difference clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Draw this diagram and take down both of them. This length is your resultant. Third side of the triangle ka length is your result. It is not 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4 will be 7 only if the two vectors are in same direction. Here they are not in the same direction. So what is the resultant? This length. How much will this length be? Root over of 3 square plus 4 square will be 5.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Take it down till here. I'll further explain this.
Sir, if the triangle is acute or obtuse, then what would be the criteria for getting the resultant vector?
यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया?
Yes, sir.
Then wait, we will come to it.
Sir, then for the first diagram, if we see that A and B, they are also in opposite direction only, right? In different directions. So,
Right.
so there we cannot apply Pythagoras theorem there.
When all can we apply Pythagoras theorem?
Right angle triangle.
90 degrees.
Only for a right angle triangle, right?
Yes.
Can we apply Pythagoras theorem for a triangle other than right angle triangle?
Oh, no, sir. No.
Why do you ask me? You frighten me here. We need 10 standard board exams compulsorily to be implemented.
But now it's cancelled.
डर लगता है जब कोई Pythagoras theorem इसको अप्लाई कर रहा है.
So in right angle triangle, the triangle law of addition is exceptional.
Triangle law of addition is?
Exceptional now because we don't add matlab the resultant vector addition.
क्या बोल रहा है ये बंदा? Triangle law of addition is universally applicable.
So, but you only showed now that in right angle triangle we have to apply Pythagoras.
Pythagoras theorem apply किया तभी तो 5 आया मुझे. If I don't
Yes.
apply, what is triangle law? I should measure this length. This length, how do you get? How do you get this length? Root over of this square plus this square, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is triangle law? Triangle law tells you that the third side is your resultant. How do I get that length? You measure it with a scale, I'm okay with it. I took a right angle triangle so that I don't need to measure with the scale and directly I can tell you the answer. Suppose you have one vector A like this and another vector B like this. There are two vectors represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order will be the result. Third side of the triangle. Measure this length. That's your resultant. Now suppose I tell you A is 3 Newton and this is 6 Newton. Will my resultant be 9 Newton?
No, sir.
No.
Because remember, sum of two sides will always be greater than the third side.
Yes, sir.
So this length will for sure be lesser than 9 Newton. Whatever is the length is the result. Whatever is this length is the result. I'll measure it with a scale. You're welcome. You have any other mathematical means, you're welcome, will be taught. But what is the resultant? It is this length which is the result. If two vectors are represented as two sides of a triangle taken in one order, the third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Can I rub the left part of the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If this is A and this is B. A and B. Now watch out for this. These two vectors are not in the same order. These two vectors are not in the same order, right? Now, how do you bring them in order? Translate the vector B here. I translated the vector B here. These both should be parallel and they should be of the same length.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, A and B are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order will be your result. I have translated this B this side so that A and B will be in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. This length is the resultant. This length is the resultant. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And direction will be in anti-clockwise because these both are in clockwise. Resultant will be in anti-clockwise. So even if they don't arrange two vectors in one order, you can arrange them by translating it here. Translate this vector this way. This was B. You translated the vector B here. A and B are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. Till here, is it clear to all?
Yes,
So
sir.
I had a question.
Yes,
I had a question. So how, like, why were A and vector A and vector B not in order in the second example?
This is in clockwise, this is in anti-clockwise. If
Oh.
this is A and this is B, this is in clockwise, this is in anti-clockwise. They are not in order.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, sir, if we translate the vector A with the adjacent to B, then also it would be the same.
Obviously, it will be the same. I translate that and I'll show you. This boy want to translate A instead of B. I'll keep B as it is and I'll translate A here. This is A. Agreed? What did I do? I translated A here. Right? A and B are two sides of the triangle taken in one order. Resultant will be the third side of the triangle taken in reverse order.
Yes, sir.
You are getting the same?
Yes.
Sir.
Take it down till here.
So,
Chairman,
so the man.
then in position vectors, this it doesn't apply this law of addition.
It applies to everything. But if you are representing a vector in a different way, your arithmetics will be different. Triangle law of addition is applicable everywhere. It is universal.
So, but in position vectors, that R is equal to AI cap plus BJ cap. No?
You have a different representation, hence you are using a different rule. Triangle law is applicable universally. You will see how, don't worry about it.
Sir, in H.C. Verma, there's a paragraph in which it states that a vector can only be a vector if it also follows by the triangle law of addition. So that can also be said in its definition, right?
First of all, when we define it, you don't know what is triangle law. So in the definition, if I say vector is a quantity only if it obeys triangle law of addition, students will get it out. What is triangle law of addition? Now that we introduced, we can add it.
Okay.
Can I rub the board?
Yes, sir.
Now listen. Subtraction of vectors don't have a separate rule. They follow triangle law of addition. The only difference is A minus B. Subtraction of vectors will be A minus B will be A plus of minus B. Are we okay with this?
Yes,
A
sir.
minus
Yes, sir.
B, A plus of minus B. That means if I have A this way and B this way, right? First of all, how do I do A plus B? I'll translate B here. I'll translate B here. This will be A plus B. Do you all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This will be minus B. This was B. This was B. This will be minus B. A and minus B are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A plus B is this. A minus B is this. So A and minus B are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order is the resultant. So subtraction of vectors doesn't have a new rule. It follows the triangle law of addition. Only difference, you are adding two vectors called A and minus. Take it down till here.
So, sir, in the subtraction of vectors, can we take minus A and plus B also?
That means you are doing B minus A.
Yes, sir.
If you want B minus A, you will take minus A plus B.
Okay, sir.
So done.
Sir, just a minute.
So 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Done. Please erase it.
Done, sir.
Now listen to few terminologies. If I say north 30 degrees east, that means from north I am turning by 30 degrees east. From north I am turning by 30 degrees towards east. Suppose I say north 60 degrees west.
From north 60 degree towards west.
This is 60 degrees. This is the terminology used, right? Suppose I say 30 degrees east of north. From
It will be
north,
the same, right?
you are going by 30 degrees east of north. 30 degrees north of east.
From east 30 degree towards north.
From east, you are going by 30 degrees towards north. 30 degrees north of east. From east, you will turn by 30 degrees. Right? Suppose I say 30 degrees south of east. From east, I turn by 30 degrees towards south. Standard representations given for you to understand. If they say north 30 degrees east, from north turn by 30 degrees. North 60 degrees west, from north turn by 60 degrees.
Sir, could you just tell how to say the first one, north 30 degrees
east? North 30 degrees east.
Sir, what heading should we give this? Like, what should be the subheading?
No separate heading. It is just a representation. Just write it as it is.
So 30 degrees east of north is from east 30 degrees north, right?
East of north. From north, you are moving by 30 degrees east.
Oh, okay, sir.
East of north. From north, you are moving by 30 degrees towards east. Now, write down a problem. A man is moving with a velocity. A man is moving with a velocity. A man is moving with a velocity 3 meters per second towards east. A man is moving with a velocity 3 meters per second towards east. He then turns towards north.
Sir, can you repeat please? With the velocity.
Man is moving with a velocity 3 meters per second towards east. A man is moving with a velocity 3 meters per second towards east. He then turns towards north. He then turns towards north. And continues to move with 3 meters per second.
Sir, could you repeat that? Continuous movement.
To move with 3 meters per second. Continues to move with 3 meters per second. Find the change in his velocity.
Sorry, sir, can you repeat the last part?
It's okay, forget, I'll solve it right. It continues to move with 3 meters per second. Find the change in his velocity.
Sir, got the answer.
Yes, sir. Should we type it in the chat?
Yes.
Type it in the chat box. Yeah.
So to the host or the co-host?
Host.
So we have to write the direction also.
Technically, yes, but okay, type the magnitude, that's sufficient till now. (3√2) is correct. √18. Direction also, many of you got it right. Northwest is correct.
Northwest.
What will be northeast?
So it shall be northeast, right?
Yes, sir, northeast, right?
Relax. This man is moving with V initial 3 meters per second. Then turns towards north and V final is 3 meters per second. Now he asked for change in velocity. V final minus V initial. V final minus V initial. V final plus of minus V initial. V final plus of minus V initial. So minus V initial, how will you turn it? Watch out for this. I will write V final here. V final is 3 meters per second. Minus V initial is 3 meters per second. I reversed this direction. I translated V final to the origin. I reversed V initial. Why did you reverse V initial? Your requirement of change in velocity, V final minus V initial. This will be delta V. The resultant will be, these both are two sides of a triangle taken in one order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. Third side of the triangle taken in the reverse order. If this is 3, this is 3, what will be the magnitude of this?
3√2.
3√2 meters per second. Right? By Pythagoras theorem. And what will this angle be? 45 degree. This is north, this is west. This will be along northwest. More appropriately, north 45 degrees west.
Sir, I have a doubt.
45 degrees.
Pardon?
Oh, no, sir.
So how did you get 45 degree?
And it. Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sir, can you explain कि how did you got northwest? मतलब वो part नहीं समझा बस. Northwest वाला part.
This is in which direction?
नहीं नहीं मतलब टर्न कैसे किया वो नहीं समझा कि आपने वो वेस्ट में क्यों टर्न किया, ऐसा नहीं समझ में आया कि मतलब कैसे आया नॉर्थ वेस्ट।
This one,
हाँ जी।
this, why did I turn?
हाँ सर। अच्छा।
This is V initial. Minus V initial will be in the opposite direction.
अच्छा ओके।
Initially man is walking towards east. Minus V initial will be in this direction. Right?
हाँ सर, गॉट, थैंक यू।
This is north. The resultant of these two will be the third side of the triangle taken in reverse.
Okay.
So it will be very appropriately north 45 degrees west. This is northwest.
So the correct answer will be 3√2 north, 45 degree west, or both of them are acceptable.
The resultant is 0, right?
Pardon?
So the resultant velocity is 0, right?
No. Why? Resultant 3√2 आया ना यार, 0 क्यों होगा?
In this type of problem, if they ask to find the magnitude of the this, then we can use that cos theta and get it.
Magnitude of
V initial or something. They're given the velocity.
V initial is 3.
Not the
magnitude of V final is 3.
So the distance we can ask.
आप क्वेश्चन सेपरेट क्वेश्चन क्यों डिजाइन कर रहे हो? इस क्वेश्चन व्हाई डू यू क्रिएट कंफ्यूजन? इस क्वेश्चन से एक और क्वेश्चन को जंप कर रहे हो, डिस्प्लेसमेंट डिस्टेंस पूछेंगे तो क्या नहीं, ये समझ में आया कि नहीं? डोंट क्रिएट कंफ्यूजन फॉर अदर्स.
So one more.
Sir, can you explain how did you get north 45 degree west?
North 45 degree west. From north by 45 degree you are moving towards east or west? West. So north 45 degrees west. If a vector is like this at an angle of 45, this is north, this is west. North 45 degrees west. From north you will turn by 45 degrees towards west.
So one thing.
You can
So
either write it west 45 degree.
One at a time.
So whenever we are given a situation like this, he turns north, we need to take the angle theta between 90 only. So
East to north is 90 degrees. Angle between east and north is 90 degrees. If not, he will tell you the angle by which it turned. From east you turned towards north means 90 degrees.
So you were telling me what is the correct way to write it? How do you write 3√2 north 45 degree west or 3√2 northwest?
Delta V is 3√2 north 45 degrees west.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
So, so we can write 3√2 45 degree west of north.
45 degree west of north, perfectly okay.
Okay, sir.
So in the earlier examples for the addition of vectors, you have given the resultant side as a vector plus b vector. But we don't have to do that in normal cases, right? Because you said that the sum of the other two sides will always be more than the third side.
Even now it is the resultant of a vector and b vector. This delta V is a vector plus b vector. Its magnitude is 3√2. Delta V का magnitude is 3√2. Delta V का magnitude is 3√2. You are not going to add 3 plus 3 or 3 minus 3. It is a plus b vector.
Okay, sir. But in the normal addition of vectors, suppose there is a triangle where the value of one side is 3 Newton and the other is 5 Newton.
Wait. Let me draw your example. Now tell me, one is
3 Newton.
okay,
And the other one in the same order is 5 Newton.
5 Newton. Here
So-
the answer is 8 Newton.
Suppose it's in a triangle form, then it won't be 8 Newton, right?
Then it won't be 8 Newton. You want a triangle like this, 5 Newton?
Yes, sir. So the
Now the
resultant side.
resultant R will be magnitude of this for sure is lesser than 8 Newton.
Okay, sir.
For sure is lesser than, this length will be lesser than 8 Newton. Sum of two sides of a triangle will be greater than the third side of the triangle always.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
sometimes it's also equal, right?
Equal only if they are in the same direction. As a triangle, it will never be equal. 3 and 5 Newton never will be equal to 8 Newton. It will be 8 Newton only if they are in the same. If not, your alternative is it should be an equilateral triangle. This should also be 3 Newton, this should also be 3 Newton, then this will be 3 Newton if it is an equilateral triangle.
Okay.
So 3 and 5 Newton are in triangle form. So for the resultant less than 8 Newton, we have to measure it, right?
You have to measure this length.
Okay, sir.
That
Okay, sir.
length will be your resultant.
So we
Okay,
don't
sir.
solve it mathematically then.
Mathematically, to solve, the formula will be told. First of all, this is a law which we should understand. Mathematically, without using a scale, how will I get this length will be explained.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. So the resultant side is never going to be the sum of the other two sides, right?
Will not be unless it is an equilateral triangle.
Equilateral. Yeah, sir. Thank you so much.
Firstly, you understood how to add vectors. They're in the same direction, add them numerically.
Yes,
They're
sir.
not in the same direction, you have to go by triangle law of addition.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose triangle law of addition may every time you'll have to measure the length with a scale and a protractor, right? I'll have to measure the length
sir.
with a scale and a protractor.
Yes, sir.
The angle to be measured using a protractor. Instead, can I do the calculation? The calculation can be done from what we call as parallelogram law of addition. Calculation can be done from parallelogram law of addition. It's nothing but triangle law of addition only. Adjusted in such a way such that you can do the calculations. Have a look at this. Parallelogram law of addition means they say if this is A, this is B, and this is theta. Two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point. Two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point. Right? The diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point. The diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is your result. What does parallelogram law say? It tells us that if two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, that means A and B are in opposite order.
Yes.
That means A and B are in opposite order. The diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. How can you say that, yeah? It's nothing but triangle law of addition. Observe that if this is B, this will be B. These both are parallel. They both are of the same length.
Yes, sir.
If A and B are two sides of a triangle, third side of the triangle in the reverse order is the resultant.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is nothing but triangle law put up in a different format. Old wine in new bottle. Right? A and B, resultant is R. Now they're telling you if B is this. If two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, The diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. Diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. Right? It is nothing but your triangle law. But what is the advantage? Why are you making us do it this way? We already know the triangle law where A and B, the resultant is R. There is an advantage. The advantage is like this. Extend this and drop a perpendicular here. All this O, A, B, C, D. If this angle is theta, this angle is theta. If this angle is theta, this angle is theta. Do you all agree with that?
Yes.
In the right angle triangle, this will be B sin theta, this will be B cos theta. Component of B adjacent to the angle, not adjacent to the angle. Suppose you are not comfortable with that, consider the triangle ACD. Consider the triangle ACD. Right? Sin theta is equal to CD by B. Sin theta is CD by B. CD is B sin theta. Cos theta will be AD by B. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. AD is B cos theta. Till here, is it clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now, your requirement is to measure this length OC. Are you convinced of that?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat?
Your requirement is to measure this length OC.
Yes, sir.
Triangle OCD. OCD. Is it a right angle triangle?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
R square will be equal to OD whole square plus CD whole square. R square will be equal to OD whole square plus CD whole square.
Yes, sir.
OD will be A plus B cos theta whole square. CD will be B sin theta whole square. A plus B cos theta whole square plus B sin theta whole square. Right?
Yes, sir.
OD is A plus B cos theta whole square plus CD will be B sin theta whole square.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Open up this bracket. A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. A plus B whole square?
So it will be B square.
B
cos
square
theta.
square cos square theta.
B square cos square theta. My bad. A square plus B square cos square theta plus 2AB cos theta plus B square sin square theta. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. B square cos square theta plus B square sin square theta is equal to
1.
So B square.
2AB cos theta. This is R square. Are you trying to tell me the resultant R will be A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta? Resultant R is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta.
Yes. Yes.
A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So you are trying to tell me without using a scale, you can do the calculation and tell me the resultant? Yes. Without using a scale, you can do the calculation and tell me the resultant? Yes. right?
Yes.
All that you have done is you use Pythagoras theorem. Triangle OCD. R square will be this square plus this square. This is A plus B cos theta. You applied A plus B whole square. B square cos square theta, B square sin square theta is B square. Right? Hence, resultant R will be root over of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Resultant of the two vectors A and B will be root over of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. R square is root over of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Theta is the angle between the two vectors. Firstly, I'll dictate the statement, but before that, one more point. Whenever I tell you the vector, I should tell you the magnitude and its direction as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Direction is alpha. Tan alpha will be opposite side by adjacent side.
B by
B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta.
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, this application will extend for 1 or 2 lectures. How to apply it to the problems will be taught in the next lecture, and I'll give you an assignment sheet in the next lecture. Right now, write down the statement. I'll dictate the statement. Then you will copy down the derivation. Write down the statement first. Parallelogram law of addition.
So, can you just mark the theta once again, just which angle it is on the
Theta is the
diagram?
angle between A and B. Theta is the angle between A and B.
Okay, so entire BOA or only that COA?
How can it be COA? BOA. क्या पूछ रहे हो यार?
Okay, sir.
एंगल बिटवीन ए एंड बी बोल रहा हूँ, तुम COA बीच में ला रहे हो. COA का एंगल कितना है?
Alpha.
Theta.
कहाँ दिख रहा है आप लोगों को?
Sir, alpha.
Alpha.
COA का एंगल कितना है?
Alpha.
दिख रहा है क्लियरली. एंड somebody saying बीटा. बीटा कहाँ से आया? बोर्ड दिख रहा है कि नहीं आपको?
सर दिख रहा है.
सर दिख रहा है.
कहाँ से आ गया उसे? 1 second, just stay online. I'll be back in a second. First of all, write down the statement of parallelogram law of addition. If two vectors are represented, if two vectors are represented, if two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, if two vectors are represented as two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, two adjacent sides of a parallelogram drawn from a point, then the diagonal of the parallelogram, drawn from the same point, then the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. Diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point is the resultant. Now, for your understanding, I'll show you the derivation once again. Have a look at it. This is the resultant, right? If two vectors are drawn from a point, that means A and B will be in opposite order. A is anti-clockwise, B is clockwise. Right? This will be the result. How did you get this R? R square is perpendicular square plus base square. A plus B cos theta whole square plus B sin theta whole square. It is just opening up A plus B whole square and adding sin square theta plus cos square theta. You get R square is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Right? And then alpha is the angle between R and A. Tan alpha is B sin theta upon A plus B cos. Take down the derivation. I will upload this lecture also separately on the YouTube. I will name it Vectors lecture number 2 with the Zenith batch or something of that sort. I'll give it a separate name. Though the previous lecture has been uploaded, this will also be uploaded. Right? Take down the derivation. Understand the derivation, that is surplus for now. Day after tomorrow's class, we will learn how to apply. We go step by step, we are in no hurry. Don't jump to conclusions and attempt problems right now. Wait till day after tomorrow's class. Day after tomorrow's class, I'll give you an assignment.
Okay, sir.
This R square plus.
Pardon?
Sir, this R square is equals to A square plus B square is also applicable in triangle law, na?
I didn't get your doubt. R square is A square plus B square only if theta is 90, only if it is right angle. If not, 2AB cos theta must be carried. Right? Don't jump to conclusions. Wait for the applications in day after tomorrow's class.
Sir, I didn't understand how to find the direction. Means if it's
Alpha.
clockwise or anti-clockwise.
From here. Direction of what are you asking?
Sir, like OB, how to know if it's in a clockwise direction or an anti-clockwise direction?
From this point, to draw A, you are going in anti-clockwise. To draw B, you are going in clockwise. From this point, here A and B, both of them are in anti-clockwise. But here B, this is going in anti-clockwise, this is going from O, you are going in which direction to draw A? Anti-clockwise?
Yes.
From O, you say something.
Yes, sir, got it.
तो बोलते क्यों नहीं यार?
So one
A was, is this angle not clear on the board?
so this is
So tan alpha will be opposite side by adjacent side. Tan alpha will be opposite side by adjacent side for the triangle OCD.
So 1 minute.
Sir, I have a doubt. May I ask? So, can you explain the last part, please? Tan alpha, like, yeah.
Opposite side by adjacent side.
Oh,
B sin
okay,
theta
sir.
divided by A plus B cos theta.
Okay, sir, but why did you need tan alpha?
To tell you the angle which R makes with A.
Okay.
R makes an angle of alpha with A.
Sir, in triangle OCD, in the third step, it is written b square cos square theta and b square sin square theta. But in the fourth step, there is only b square. Then where did the cos square theta and sin square theta?
B square common. What is sin square theta plus cos square theta?
Okay, we have to use identities.
उसका नया नाम से क्या लेना देना है मुझे? What is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to
1.
बस 1. Make life simple. Identities क्यों? Now, day after tomorrow's class, we will learn how to apply this to the problems. I repeat again, don't jump to conclusions and attempt problems. Wait till day after tomorrow's class. You will receive an assignment sheet after day after tomorrow's class. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we stop here. We'll continue in day after tomorrow's class. We have a doubt lecture on Thursday. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So day after tomorrow's class ke baad, I'll give you an assignment sheet. I'll discuss those doubts on Thursday's class.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Today no homework.
Okay, sir.
Today no homework. Read Halliday Resnick Crane. That's all. Go through the theory. That's it.
Sir,
Don't
face booklet is also okay.
wait.
The front page of Halliday Resnick Crane once more.
Pardon?
So you said that we have to be careful which Halliday Resnick crane we are buying. So can you show the front page once more?
Willy Students Edition or Willy India Private Limited. Publications, have a look at this. Willy Students Edition. It will be cheaper version. If not, it becomes very costly. Willy India Private Limited.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, So till we are buying, we can study from the soft copies which have come on the group of Haliday-Resnick.
By all means, by all means.
Sir, but this you said this is a reference book. No, we can first study from Pace. If we don't have, if we have a doubt, then we can refer Halliday. That is.
Text and concept. Anytime there is no parallel to Haliday-Resnick cream.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, can we subtract the vectors using this parallelogram law?
Can we?
Can we subtract the two vectors using this parallelogram law?
Yes, reverse B and take the resultant, which will be taught in the next class. This is B. Now I will reverse B this way. A and minus B ka diagonal will be this way.
So like the triangle's law of addition, this parallelogram law is also universal.
Parallelogram is nothing but triangle law. A and B, the resultant is R. It is nothing but triangle law, right?
So would you recommend SL Arora book for physics, or should I discard it?
No, we don't recommend.
Okay, thank you,
So
sir.
if it's subtraction, then can't you just directly write minus 2ab cos theta?
Comfortably? If it is A minus B, wherever I have B, put minus B. Put minus B
Yes,
also,
sir.
minus B. Which will be taught in the next class. How to solve these problems will be shown to you.
Sir, also at the start, you said that the equilateral triangle has same magnitude. So can you please explain that? I didn't understand.
Equilateral triangle, all three sides will be equal, no, yeah.
So, but the resultant can't be equal because it would be root. So you said 5 Newton, 5 Newton. So resultant will be also 5 Newton. But
This is some Newton, this is some Newton, and these both sides are equal, and this angle is 60. Resultant will be this length, right?
yes, sir.
Will that length be equal to the same as that of the other two vectors?
Yes, sir.
So if we have to find the magnitude in parallelogram law. Okay, sir.
Root over of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta.
Okay, sir. Yes, thank you.
So this formula can be also used for triangle of addition.
This is nothing but triangle law of addition. Why are you playing with the legalities of that words? This is A, this is B. Don't you see a triangle here?
Yes.
You should know the angle between the two vectors. That's it.
So the formula resultant is the root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. It can be used for triangles of all angles, right? Even acute and obtuse.
Parallelogram. Why do you have this habit of changing a parallelogram to something else legal? I will not use it for a triangle. First point.
Okay.
For a parallelogram. Angle between the two vectors is theta.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
So can you please explain the example which you gave? A man is moving with a velocity of 3 meters per second.
I'll upload this lecture on the YouTube. You can have a look at it once again.
No, sir, but I wanted if you could solve it by taking the final velocity negative instead of the initial velocity.
Ucha final minus initial. Ab question change kar lo. I'll ask you 5 minus 3 and you will do 3 minus 5. He
Okay.
asked for final minus initial. You have no choice.
Okay, sir. Sir, in that question when he was.
Or if we don't have doubts, can we leave?
We'll continue with this in day after tomorrow's class. Right? And we have a separate doubt lecture on Thursday. I'll be taking your doubts on Thursday.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.